There we go. There we go. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome to another fun edition of GNF Televisable, where we talk about all the hot topics and anything that's a feature fancies. And I am usually by myself when we start this. It's always fun and always exciting. I never know exactly what's going to happen next. So I wait to find out. I have put out the invites for those who wish to participate, but as usual, I am your hosties with the mosties. I am the Canadian Rogue, better known as Robert Kumitz, and you are here. And I am there. It is a Friday for some, Saturday for others. Apparently, Dragon is supposed to be showing. I'll be impressed if he does. If he does. But yeah, no. It's been all over the place. Lots of stuff has been happening. Things has become interesting. Yes, indeed. Yes, it has. But it is what it is. You know, maybe I could probably just go over to what maybe. I believe we're live. We are live. Always good to know that we are live. I need to go where chat is. Where is chat? Hello, chat. I see you now, chat. I see yous. Yes, and diddly do. Yes, diddly do. Well, there has been some really interesting things that have happened, but mostly it's politics, and politics is pretty meh. Dune Iraq was it Dune Awakening came out not that long ago. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Does its thing. It's pretty solid for the most part. Just have to watch out for worms, giant worms that try to eat you. But no. When it comes down to the larger things, the same drama is happening out there at large, unfortunately. Uh, you know what? That would help if I knew how to type shit. It would help if I knew how to type shit. But apparently I know how to type things, but I don't know how to type things. Oh, apparently Reddit's going to be adding in some AI advertisement. There you go. There is something exciting. So yeah, if you just happen to be on the Reddit, then you may have to deal with the factor that yep, there'll be some AI related stuff. That's right. So yes. Okay. Well, let me see what is out there at large, so I could entertain. At least that's the goal. Trying to entertain. I don't know. They Superman is. They say that Superman is going to be problematic. I have no idea. We'll have to wait to find out. Honestly, when it comes down to it, I mean, outside of the basic overall dramas for the most part, I don't see anything that's over the top, realistically speaking. I mean, I know they're trying to bring back Stop Killing Games. That is the ongoing, driving part. And Stop Killing Games, I don't know. Like I said before, it's an interesting idea, but it's not really a solid one. It core premise when it kind of came about was realistically all about live service games, and let's be real, not much you can do about live service games. Once a live service game kind of comes to its end, it's over. You can't do much. It is what it is. But when it comes to other things like single player games or whatever, it's a single player game. If it comes with an MMO aspect to it, then that MMO, once it's dead, it's pretty much over. You have to hold that into consideration. There's nothing that you can do beyond that. So really, the initiative for what they say "Stop Killing Games" is supposed to be is it's a consumer movement. I love that. I don't care about Russ Scott. I have no idea who Ross Scott is, and I don't care. Aim to hold publishers accountable for making games unplayable after support ends, particularly for MMOs and online only games. See, right there, you created a new problem, created a big problem when it comes down to that. Because if it's an online game or an MMO, they do come to an end. There is a shelf life. Can I get in? I didn't even see you get in. Oh, you can't get in. Why can't you get in there, Sparky? Honestly, why can't you get in? Let me send you a new. I guess. Give me. Try this link. Try this link. Try that one there. Try that one there. It looks different than the top one. So there we go. There you go. Looks different. Looks different. Looks different. But anyways, as I was saying, live service games and MMO games do have a shelf life. And unfortunately, after their shelf life is expired, then it's pretty much over. What say you, Sparkles?
I'm here.
Yay! I gave you the wrong. I guess I gave people the wrong link. I guess I don't know. I don't know. It was a different. It was a different thing at the end. So tells me that something changed.
Different thing in the end, huh?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I was looking at it. The other one had like an 8 something, and this one has an FQ something. So I was like, okay, these are different. These are different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I've been gone for like a week or so.
A week? Oh no. What have you been doing for the week outside of being, a parent?
Well, basically that, and just doing other things.
Well, that's good. Other things is
So
good.
I made a post on Twitter, and it's like
Ooh.
I'm gonna be. Well, I made it a couple days ago. I made it like Monday,
Mm.
but I'm gonna be moving back from stuff online for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, sorry, my back's killing me because I hurt myself today.
Lifting those motors from vehicle to vehicle, it is very difficult. I get it.
Actually, no, I hurt myself by sitting in my computer chair.
Jesus Christ. Even worse.
Yeah, I don't know why I did. I got up. Well, today's my birthday.
Oh well, happy birthday.
I got up,
Got older.
came into the got into the computer room, sit down, got into Elite to do something real quick. And as I was sitting down, I went to go get up, and my center of my back, right side, little up on the right side of the spinal column.
Uh-huh.
It's like a muscle spasm or something.
Uh,
If I talk for a long, extended period of time, it spasms because of me breathing.
yeah, I'll
If
do
I
it.
turn the wrong way, twist the wrong way, bend, cough, it just fucking hurts. So if I stop in the middle of a sentence, I'm having to let the pain stop and then catch my breath and talk again.
No, I get it. I get her. I get her.
But no, just stress at work, other bullshit like that,
Hmm.
bills, stuff at the house. Um, actually wanting to do some stuff with my mom. So it's amazing how close a video game can bring you to someone.
Yeah, I mean it is a thing. It can be done.
Yeah,
Video games do bring people closer together, but yeah, eventually games do come to an end, and you've got to find something new to continue.
Yeah, well, Elite Dangerous is coming onto a boom right now, so
Oh, that's
they're
good.
actually they're revamping a lot of systems, and they're doing a community. They've been doing a community group event for last week, which is
Hmm.
a battle royale session. And my mom's not seen it. Two of the other people that we play with hasn't seen this before. But they've actually had to extend the tier listing out on this group because so many people's joining up to play. Because like within the last month to 2 months, it seems like the player base is starting to come back in because they're fixing some stuff and adding some more stuff in. So they've actually usually the tier group, so tier listings is at to tier 5. It's been
Yep.
extended twice now. It's up to tier 7.
There you go.
We have like 10,000 active people playing right now.
Nice.
So that's been a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it has happened. I mean, well, with all the quote unquote new games that have hit the market. When I say new games, we know they're re-releases or whatever it is.
Well, and the profits have jumped up to Frontiers,
Yeah.
um, because of new ships and stuff like that. They tried a different route and different things, and
Mm.
people are buying more art credits to get access to like early game stuff
Huh.
and cosmetics and shit like that. And
That kind of reminds me of another game that's done that, but people kind of poo-poo on it for some reason. Huh. Strange.
yeah, well, I don't know why. It's they're doing it a lot better now, and I think it's because that the player group or the player base that's in Elite Dangerous
Yes.
has been around for a long fucking time, and they're around because they like the game.
No, and that's basically it. Everybody has their own, especially when it comes to a massive multi-online game type thing, whether it be Elite, whether it be Star Citizen, whether it be Conan XL or whatever. Hell, what's the other big one that's been around that deals with humans and goblins? Shit, I just Penn used to be on the thing. So did Jim Max, and I've kind of forgot what it was because I haven't been paying attention to it. It's been done by Blizzard, regardless of the factor. Oh, yeah, these things kind of have an up and down. They eventually come back
Yeah,
after a certain time frame. If
yeah,
it looks good for the player base and they like the new changes, they stick around. If they don't, they go away.
yeah. They've got a 2 year model plan now, and
Good.
it's being implemented. Hopefully the final stages for this year, because if I remember right, there's only 1% of the map in this game
Yes.
um, explored, and
Huh?
and now they are allowing people to colonize systems.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called Trailblazers.
yeah.
So now there's a big move to help players and other players just doing this themselves, buying big ass fucking carriers, stations, planning stuff, and actually going out to systems and colonizing them and just kind of expanding the map out of actual colonized areas.
Yeah.
So that's going forward. They're introducing several new ships that's been promised for a while, but it's never came out, which allows for like twice as much carrying capacity as what's out right now, which would help greatly for colonization.
Yeah.
When you got to haul about 1 million tons worth of fucking supplies to be able to build one of these stations, but the ship you got, the max you can carry, the max you can carry with the ship that to get the stuff back and forth is
Mhm.
about 700 tons.
No, I can imagine.
So I'm really enjoying the game.
Look, as long as you enjoy the game, I can't say much. I
Yeah.
cannot say much. I mean,
But I've been doing that, and I've been stepping back from bullshit drama online.
nice.
Apparently, I'm being drug into some sort of VTuber drama. I got told I can't talk about it, but fuck them, I'm talking about it.
VTuber drama. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Um the ship that's coming out is called the Panther. Yeah, the Panther Clipper Mark II.
Okay.
Still unknown on how much it is, but it's being talked about. It's gonna be like 1,500 to 2,000 tons.
Cool beans.
But
Actually, I've seen this particular model in a different game. Interesting.
Killback,
Yeah. Well, similarities. I mean, when it comes down to ship designs, there's only so
there's
far
only so much.
so
Well,
much.
the Corvettes look like if you go back in that Federation show, the Corvettes look like the clone troopers, Star
Yeah.
Destroyer ships
No, I trust
on
me.
a smaller scale.
I have played Elite. I know what we're talking about. So, I've kind of crossed away from Elite to go to Star Citizen. It's got a few different quirks that seem to be running a little bit more smoother than Elite. Elite was pretty much in its at its heyday, kind of dry docked for a bit, trying to figure out
Yeah,
exactly what it wanted to be. Now I've seen it kind of changing, going in the direction the same way as Star Citizen kind of has it,
yeah,
because they are planning in Star Citizen to have players to colonize planets. The star system itself that we've had so far, we've only had the one, which is the Staten system. Now they've opened up Pyro, and then be opening up the other two soon, because there's two other different locations you can go to. One that's Terra, which is Earth, and I forget what the other one is supposed to be. But you'll have the four different star systems intermingling with each other, so you can kind of go
well,
from point to point to point to point.
well,
Uh,
they've opened it up a lot more in the last 2 years,
no,
I
I know.
think. Year to 2 years of because they introduced the power play system,
Yes, yes.
and the power play systems are all unique. Yeah, I've been looking into it. It's basically just in-game politics, tipping the balance of like trade, politics, and shit like that.
That's a Star Destroyer.
That's what I mean. It looks like it's about 1/1000th the size of a Star Destroyer,
So
but
we're
it
talking about
looks
the
like it.
Federation version, the earlier Clone War time frame. Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just doesn't have that tall ass
Yeah, that that
bridge
that
on
that
it.
thing. Yes.
The one I'm
Um,
running right now is a quote that one. I spent forever ranking up an Imperial to like the
yeah.
last two ranks to be able to buy that fucker.
No, no, that one is that was a decent ship. Again, similar design for
It looks like
one
the
of,
Naboo. It
yeah.
looks like the Naboo passenger ship.
Yeah, because it's one of those their fighter ship that they have, but it's because you've got the
The
pods
nacelles.
and yeah, the nacelles. You got the pod. You've got the stinger. It's supposed to have that kind of stingray kind of look, but it's gone this way, which reminds me of a different ship that is similar within the Star Citizen group.
I
There's others that are very similar.
I call it a flying Brit because mine
Yeah,
right now. Well, beforehand, before I got engineered, it was a flying brick. I could not turn. I couldn't do it, and I'm trying to use it to battle in the CG right now. And
yeah.
I just smaller ships can't outmaneuver me. Once I got engineered, now I can turn a lot better, and
Oh yeah.
weapons are better. And there's a lot of shit that you can do in the game, and it's like I haven't even scratched like a percent of what you can do.
No, that's basic. This feels like the drop ship from Aliens.
The Prometheus.
Yes.
Well, and you really can't call it you really can't call it a rip-off design from Prometheus
No,
because
I look.
that
What?
ship that design has actually been in the game for a long time.
No, no, I get that. I'm not saying it's a rip off. It's just there's only so many designs you could go out of your way to try to make original. It's kind of hard. But yeah, no. Even in Star Citizen, they have something similar. It's the Warden, and still looks like a plane, but looks like it should be like a bomber type. But it has the same kind of blueprint design. In this case, it would be a single man. This looks like a multi-man. So yeah,
It's so
it's
it's
E4.
gonna be the biggest ship that you can buy and pilot besides buying a carrier
Yeah.
because it's gonna have the most carrying capacity. And when it comes out, that's one of the ships I'm actually going to buy early access
Okay.
because I've been getting into space trucking.
Of course, you've been getting into space trucking. Of course.
But
That's
no,
basically
it's
what it is.
like I said, I'm having fun with it. You know how much without looking at my Steam page. Guess how many hours I got in this game?
I'm gonna say you probably rocked into about 100 hours easy.
100 hours easy.
Easy.
Okay. What I've got in that game right now is 239 hours.
Nice. See?
And I've been playing since this time last month.
No, it's easily done. Like I just got Dune Awakening, and I've already kind of clocked in over 50 hours. So, like I said, it's easy. The moment you get into a groove or something, you just kind of clock in and you kind of do your thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, not because unlike Star Citizen, where it's not where you don't actually have like a Steam page, whatever, to find out how many hours you've actually spent. I spent some quite a bit of free
Um,
time off and on with that particular game. At least not so much on one account,
um,
probably a bit more on another.
yeah, I'll send you this in the back office.
All right.
There's actually a like a third party website you can go to
Yeah.
that keeps track of stuff, and it's basically a tool that makes it easier
No,
to
no.
look for stuff in the game
Oh
and
yeah,
keep track
no,
of
no. I can.
progress.
That's actually pretty. Your tracking is pretty good, sir. Your tracking is
Yeah,
pretty good, better than mine. I'll tell you that. Tell you what. I'll tell
yeah.
you what.
I've only made it to elite one in trade,
Oh, there you go.
and there's you can make it all the way up to elite five.
Mm.
But yeah, I've already up to like I was up to I in total. I've almost got 3 billion in credits I made since the beginning of the game.
Nice.
A lot of that's been sold off to
Oh
buy
yeah, no,
ships
no.
and weapons and shit like that. But
I don't know how much money I've made in purchase. Let's put it this way: I have a complete fleet of ships within Star Citizen that has different multiple purposes, but they all kind of do one thing. So basically, what I normally do for most games is I will go in whatever bunker or whatever ship that's available and destroy it, get all the shit, put it into the back, and haul it off for repurposes or selling off.
yeah, we have a member that we play with all the time.
Mm.
He likes to do missions that basically kill off settlements,
Yeah.
assassinates people,
Yes.
and kills pirates. That's what
Again,
he does all
that's
the time.
okay. So yeah, if it yeah, because I have a couple of fighters just for my bounties and that, because they've added in new tier systems, and I know Elite has done exactly the same thing, which is good. The reason why I like both of the two games, the ecosystem themselves are similar to each other, but there is some minor variances. So
Yeah.
if you like Star Citizen, then you should like Elite. If you like
If
Elite,
you
then
like,
you should
you
like
should
Star
like
Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah,
So
they're not the exact same game, but it does kind
no,
of have the same base
they
mechanism.
have the same kind of foundations. They're trying to do exactly the same, doing the same thing, but in different ways. And that's basically. I'm not. I never try to go out of my way to try to pit one against the other, unless your mom's around him. Of course, I'm going to try to rile her because that's basically what I like to do. Oh,
Yeah, I know. Well, and you do get a need for skin at times.
thank you. I do my
Yeah,
job.
she is like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking. It's like it's what he does.
It's
It's
what I
like
do, baby. It's what I do. No,
just
I actually
let
know
it
what I'm
be.
talking about. I do know that both games or both created ideas have been around since the 80s. One's been around longer than the other. Uh, so like it or not, when the Wing Commander, aka Star Citizen, came back, it took a while for Elite to try to figure out its footing because there's been two different launches of that particular game.
Yeah.
Just like there's two different launches for Final Fantasy, the MMO, because there
Well,
was
what it looks like happened to Elite, and a lot of it had to do with the launch of Odyssey,
yes,
and it was a poor implementation of it. And
no, I know.
a lot of main players state the same thing. They just had a bad start out with the on foot system.
Mhm.
But
No,
now it's polished up and it's actually real
right.
good. There's still a lot more things they can fix
No,
on it,
no,
but
and that's what I said. It is because even when you go into Final Fantasy, that area, because Final Fantasy 11, and then the current MMO, which is Final Fantasy 14, even though they're the same kind of same principle based games, the first game itself was poorly optimized. Again, it was for the PlayStation 2. You had to get this big ass brick pack to put on the back of your PlayStation 2 in order to play the online feature, and you were lucky if you got service. Um, so yeah, it was a interesting idea. So when they brought it back, dusted it off and repolished it, shined her nice and all and up, and had a more definitive idea of where they were going with the stories and that. Now you have a certain player base that is fully into this.
yeah.
Um, so I mean,
And
Dragon for a good standpoint, he is locked into this game.
well, and for me, I think I'm pretty much locked into Elite right now,
No,
and just to see how far I can get in it.
yes,
Um,
that's
because
basically.
I've always been somebody who's been into flight sim games.
Uh,
And the last time I got into a really good flight sim game was a long ass time ago, and it was Hawks and Hawks 2 for the
hmm,
Xbox.
yeah,
And I liked it because I had the control setup. The bad thing I had about the control setup was I had no good way of setting up the controllers of how I was playing it because I was playing in the front room. So I'd be sitting on the the floor with the controllers in front of me, and that's how I've been playing it. I'd prop up a pillow behind me, lay on the floor, and have the controllers in front of me.
yeah,
And it was a piss poor way to play it, but it was the most convenient way I could find with how it is. I
yeah.
attempted to play Elite with the Ace Combat 6 controller, but it did not work out. And like I said, my mother gave me her old flight stick.
Oh yeah.
It's a combo of the flight stick thruster and the rudder pedals.
Uh-huh.
She had issues with throttle because it wasn't working.
Yeah, no, you
And
had you saw that it was gunked up inside.
not only was it gunked up and messed up, those broken wires.
Mm, nice.
Um, and this was her original set, and this original set had about 5,000 flight hours on it.
Yeah, so
So I ended up going through and turning them both apart, cleaning them, fixing them, and then I ended up modding the actual throttle. They have a 3D printed back plate for the slides, and they put actual roller bearing slides because the issue with the control thruster throttle that they have is the thing whenever you go to push it forward or backwards, it
yeah.
would it would it would hop
Okay.
because you couldn't fully slide good, and it hopped because it want to stick. With this new mod in it, it's like butter now.
No, I would think so.
But there's a couple more mods I could do on these controls, but I finally figured out a way how to set this up. For right now, it works perfectly. Eventually, I'm gonna get me. I'm either gonna get me a new chair, or I'm gonna get a new chair, but I'm going to be getting one of those throttle, not throttle, the joystick seat mounts.
Yeah.
That way, I can have the actual throttles on the chair and adjust them the way I want.
All right.
Because that is that's like the major gripe I've got right now.
No,
Is
comfort is a thing.
I had to be a certain way to have the controls perfectly in front of me,
Mm.
and then now the way it's set up, it's good. I just gotta have my seat in a
Comfortable position.
yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and then like I said, it's gonna be back into flight sim games.
Sure.
And this is probably gonna be one I do for a while now.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say you can't do that. It's your call.
Yeah,
And
no, I know.
if you enjoy it, what am I supposed to say? Fuck you. We're no longer friends. No, I can't. It's you. You do you, bro. You do you. God, I the weird people. There are some people out there that are kind of weird on that.
Oh, hang on.
What? I'm holding on. I love holding on. Holding on, holding on. I'm holding on. Oh, I'm going to share this with the class because I can. So there we go. So yeah, this is something big and exciting. Um, yeah, apparently the third party games on Nintendo has been failing. I say failing. But yes. So yeah, there you go, class. You've been pre warned of what's might be coming up. So yes, but no, I mean, come back down to it. Elite and Star Citizens, a few other space related games that are like No Man's Sky. They're kind of similar to each other, but they do things in slightly different ways. But the same achievement is still there. It's still there. You're locked into a system. You've got a play loop that you need to do and achieve better ships. Basically, how it goes over and over and over again. So all of them pretty good. Trust me, I played all of them, but there's always one or two that most people fall back to. So yes, yes, the game business.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to stuff in a moment.
It's okay. It's all right. What you listen to? I'm
All right, hang on. Let me. I'll show this.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Go back about a minute to 2
A
minutes.
minute, you say? Okay, go back about a minute. That's 60. Okay, back about a minute. Probably have to put that up over here so we can see things. And then share a screen. Should be that one. There we go. So this particular one, about a minute, you said. There it is.
Or whatever that chat said earlier. None of those are my name. If you want, I can write it down and I can spell it for you, so you can.
All right, no, go back another
get it.
minute. So
That was a minute. You want me to go back another minute? So it's 2 minutes.
yeah, sorry.
I don't get where she goes with this constantly.
So
Like she's always wants to be.
So the question is what up with what is up with the fish dude?
So Rima is conflating stuff that I said with Mizu, and is trying to conflate both of us together as the same person.
Okay.
Like, hey, look, here's people. That's going to be most of this video is her saying Mizu lied. Here's not Mizu saying something. Like, it's not me, Rima. I know, like, your foreign language, English second language, or whatever that chat said earlier. None of those are my name. If you want, I can write it down and I can spell it for you, so you can get a hold of what we're talking about.
Narrative that this has all started because he criticized me on my Cinder video once. So now let me show you how this is a lie. On the day of the premiere,
here we go, chat. We finally have messages from me. This is the totality of every message I posted.
See. I probably need to go back a little bit more. let's see.
Yeah, but this is more Cindy related stuff. I mean, this is
All
somebody
right,
trying.
go back 6 minutes.
6 minutes, you say? Okay, so puts it
right there.
Okay.
10,000 views total. Is it one of these people? Or is it one of these people? One of the 305,000 followers that Cinder has? Who is more likely to show up and hate on your anti-Cinder video, Rima? What percentage of it do you think came from me? And what percentage of it do you think came from her? You can't genuinely be this stupid.
Yes, you can.
The reality is, Rima, that a lot of the Cinder people that are very vocal were active in my Discord because I was one of the few people that were not banning people for being pro Cinder. Your Discord was harassing anyone that was even remotely pro Cinder, the smallest amount pro Cinder. That's why people left Discords like mine where people were allowed to say both sides. I know that's a wild concept to you, Rima, that people can disagree and they don't have to be purged from the Discord. I know that's a wild concept for you because you banned so many people for agreeing with me at this point. But no, Rima, we just didn't ban people. Sorry. It doesn't
coming
help
up.
your argument.
Hmm?
It should be coming up. You can
Okay.
skip forward just a little bit.
Forward a little bit, you say.
Probably about 30 seconds. Right there.
About my mythic contract, saying that I have a
Notice chat. Still not me. And I do feel like I now have to say this, but the only time I have ever even been in a stream with Sparky is on Akko's stream. Because Sparky is Akko's friend. I don't know Sparky that well. The one time I have had like a actual written conversation with Sparky, it was us fighting with each other. So I don't know why she seems to think that trying to tie me to him is this brilliant 5D chess move. But yeah, no. The only time we've really
Look, I can tell the difference between the two of you. One sounds gay, the other one not so much.
and I'll put it to you like this too, because Mizu said it, and I stated it on Twitter today too. And honestly, I got asked to stay out of this, but also on the same note, I'm being brought in. I gotta say at least something on this.
Yeah.
Me and Mizu have a. Usually, you would say some people have a love-hate relationship. Me and Mizu basically kind of have a hate and coexist relationship. We don't agree on anything.
Okay.
There's very few things that me and Mizu agree on.
So-
Very few things that me and Mizu agree on. But most of the time, we fight. Like the last big fight we had was over the Billy Mitchell stuff.
Okay. So
Because
let me put it in a perspective that I can understand and rationalize from your past. Like me and a previous co-host.
no, not to that level.
Ah, okay.
Not to that level. Not to that level.
All right.
But
all right.
it's like this. We have different opinions. We have different viewpoints. The only thing that seems like we've agreed on to this point has been the Cinder stuff, because the Cinder stuff is, well, kind of bullshit. And here's another way of looking at it, of stating, yeah, this is a way. You agreed with me on it, and that doesn't really happen with VTuber stuff.
No. Look, VTubers, in my point of view, they're drama queens that are looking for the clicks, just like some of the old live tubers or live tubers they like to call them. But yeah, this is the old commentary shit.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
And I'll state this much with Rima also. So I've been quiet on Rima, and I don't have DMs for Rima. I don't have private messages for Rima. I don't have Discord conversations for Rima. I don't even have public back and forth conversations with Rima. Now, I have been on Rima's side several times, and I have defended Rima from bullshit takes from other people several times. The latest I done that to was about 2 weeks on up until the sender documents dropped. So the middle of April.
Okay.
And I got screenshots of that one. after that, I've seen Rima's video or stream she did after the stuff, and I basically said that this is kind of just a bullshit narrative driven take. It seems to be based on just following the narrative and nothing else. And then later on, a month later, Rima's video came out, and tick for tat followed the fucking narrative
Mhm.
and not pay attention to the actual DMs that were presented. So, and also the infamous jumping back and forth in time to strike that narrative. Then they say this back a year and a half later.
Yes, that makes no fucking sense.
Following through on the conversation that was then and there, like a year and a half beforehand.
Mhm.
And they coming back going, then they go to this, going back forward before that first conversation, but after that conversation later. And it's like, you can't do that.
No.
And so I've been critical of Rima on several fronts, and I will name those several fronts. First front is Rima is friends with Lily, Bao, and a couple other people like that. I don't know how good of friends they are, but there are DMs that came out that said that she knows them, she's talked to them, and stuff like that. And she knows of information that they have not released to the public. So I'm looking at that as bias number one.
It is.
Bias number two is Rima's also in Mythic.
Yes.
Now, whether however you want to take that is on you. I feel like it's conflict of interest.
It is.
And my only issue I have I'm fine with Rima's stake. If Rima wants to put out on those stakes that, yeah, I know these people, I'm associated with these people, I am in the company with these people, and I also do stuff with these people.
Correct.
If they want to put that out there and they have to take that they want, just going along the fucking narrative, fine, I don't care. But when you're trying to put yourself as a unbiased source,
Yeah.
and you don't put this out there, I have a real big fucking issue with it.
So do I.
And a lot of that, I'm not harassed Rima. It's been stated by her that I've harassed her. I haven't. The only time I've really went at Rima is one, talking to people in Discord
Mhm.
and giving my opinion. I have the right to give my fucking opinion
Correct.
in a public fucking Discord. And they're the same opinions I put out there on Twitter. This is what I think of the situation. Not hiding it, not going to people behind other people's backs and DMs, putting it out there in the open for people to see. This is what I think. The other time that I've said anything has been on the comments of Rima's premiere. And I didn't really make a comment on the premiere. I made a comment to someone clarifying something that they were trying to say that was wrong.
Yeah.
And then I got inundated by several people wanting just to white knight. And I answered them. And then Rima's response to that whole deal was, oh, I'm constantly commenting on her posts. No, well, commenting at her and harassing her. I was like, no, I am talking to people that are talking to me. It just happens to be on your video. Understand the difference. And then the other time has been on my video that I made publicly that I said I was going to go through and rip the video to Switch. And I did.
Mhm.
That's been my only interactions with Rima. But besides from that, I've been on one stream with her, and that's on a legal mindset stream.
Yeah. But yeah, no. From what I can see, I feel like with this Cinder conversation and this individual who's part of Mythic, I like it or not, their take was kind of a bad call. pretty simple. Whether they have more details that they're unwilling to share to the group means no nothing. If you go with the data that's already out there, you would still have to come down to the basic conclusion that there's more to this story than what meets the eye.
Yeah. And I'll put this out there too, because apparently there's been a push to blacklist these creators from other streamers. All right, Rima. One, you're not gonna blacklist me from anything because I wasn't gonna do anything with anyone.
Yeah.
Two, there's certain creators that we both know that this is not a good idea to do with. One is legal mindset. I tell you right now, especially with the whole Lydia bullshit, stating that you're gonna go to people and have these people blacklisted because they're critical of you is a bullshit move. Because I can tell you right now, legal mindset will probably disassociate himself from you because he doesn't tolerate that stuff. He will do the opposite of what you said. So,
Blacklisting
and
people is moronic, honestly.
well, and I even went through on my video, I even said, is like, don't harass, don't bully, be nice, be cordial, all the yucks,
Yeah.
all the stuff that goes along with it. Is like, these are my viewpoints. This is what I think. This is how I think. This is why I think it. If you agree with me, okay. If you don't, okay. Let me know. We can have a cordial conversation. If you're gonna come in and go, you just apparently there's a meme right now of I'm a jilted lover of Nano.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently there's memes and shit being made of me in Rima's Discord of I'm like wanting to marry Nanoless and I'm like a jilted lover, and it's like okay, well I will say this much: I have made Nano my bitch, so you're not far off.
Yeah.
I mean, I am one of the first people she blocked in this whole fucking deal because I called her out on a bullshit. So, I mean, if that's net if you want to spend, that's fine. But you can't say that I've not put criticism across the board because everyone's been targeted, bitch.
Pretty much. I mean,
And I can tell right now, too, trying to pit, and I know what this is. It's also bait. And I can tell you right now, if people are going to try to pit me against Mizu, it's not going to work. Because we're already pitted against each other. We fight all the fucking time. I tell you right now, we're not going to fight publicly over this. And you're not going to get us to go at each other over this. Because we got other things that we can go at each other with.
yeah, I mean,
We disagree on stuff. And unlike certain people, we can understand the disagreements and walk away from there. Now, sometimes Mizu wants to push a little bit more. That's fine. I'm happy well enough alone to leave things as they lie or as they sit. But if you want to push, I'll push back. And depending on how far you want to take it, I will push back even further. If you want to just drop right there of where you're saying it and go, okay, yeah, no, we're not going to agree and we're going to stop right here, I'm more than happy to capitulate and go, okay, we understand each other then. We're not going to agree. Move on. And Mizu's been critical of me before in the past. That's fine. I've been critical of Mizu. And it's going to continue to be the same thing going forward. We're going to be critical of each other. Here's what you're not going to see us do. You're not going to see me go to Akko's DMs and bitch to Akko about it, like what Rima did to Akko with me.
Yeah, see, this comes back down to the same commentary shit that has happened within the commentary community. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, because Rima went to Akko bitching about me because I was harassing her. Well, the harassment was me commenting on her video, talking to people that was going at me. I made my first initial comment, and I was going to leave it at that. And I had several fucking idiots come at me, and I fired back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't care if you don't like my take, Rima. You can come to me and not be like redacted and bitch to other creators privately about it. At least have the gumption to go out there publicly, or at least come to me privately and go, hey, yeah, knock it off or something like that. I'm more than glad to reach your understanding, but you gotta understand this right now. You put out a dog shit video, and I can poke holes in it. I'm gonna poke holes in it. Same thing for me. If you feel like that, you can take one of my streams or videos I did in this whole fucking situation and poke holes in it. Go ahead. But you know what? You can't. You gotta go, well, they're just censorship simps. Well, they just want to blame the victim. That's the only thing you can do. You can only do ad hom attacks. I'm not seeing one legitimate counterpoint to any fucking point I made or you made or anyone else has made in this whole fucking situation. It's all been ad hom attacks.
Yeah, that's the exciting fact. Again, comes back. I hate to say it, but again, I'm going to say it because it goes back to the commentary shit.
Yeah, it does. It 100% goes back to it goes back to Gamergate.
Unfortunately, this is where I get kind of frustrated. It's like Gamergate is dead. It's been dead for a while. Leave it alone. It's a corpse.
Yeah.
But
it's a
you
corpse, don't go
commentars,
back
no
to
matter
it.
whether you want to put up an anime facade or whatever, you all want to go back to the good old days. Guess what? I was part of those good old days. There was a lot of shit flinging. There was a lot of rumor and innuendos that were going around. There was bat players on either side, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it didn't end well for us.
Yeah, and I can put it to you right now. If it comes down to it, I have no allegiance to anyone. That go and this might make some people upset and stuff like that. I don't have no allegiance to anyone. Whether it be individual creators, groups, or anything. You can take that however you want, but I am my own agent.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
And the only one that I'm going to really stick beside is going to be GNF. It's going to be by the people that have stuck by me. I've stuck by them for 8+ fucking years.
Pretty much, almost a fucking decade. But no, me personally, the only person that I've kind of followed solid, regardless whether I like some of his takes or I don't, has been Jim.
Yeah. And you've been critical of Jim.
I'm very critical on everybody, including Jim. If there's a call that I think is kind of wrong, I'm going to point it out. Kind of going,
yeah,
I kind of feel it's wrong. Yeah. We've already been there. Am I going to a point kind of going that I hate this guy? No. I've been following this guy, almost stalking him to a point throughout his entire career when he first started to where he is now. I have seen an entire transition. The guy is dying, and you kind of go, okay, but you can still be critical to a dying man.
Yeah, and that's completely fine. Yeah. You pick your fights wisely, and that's not like to you, that's to anyone. Because if you want to go at someone, that someone might end up pulling skeletons out of the fucking closet.
Yes, extra careful. Good
example, Mr. Sin.
Yes, very much so. And Seti boy, he again followed him for a very short period of time just to get an idea of who the fuck he is and where he's all about, and he's got some interesting skeletons, just like everybody within the new breed of the commentary group. They all have some interesting skeletons.
Yeah, so but I guess my final remarks on the whole Rima situation is like, congratulations on trying to pull. I was shocked to find out that there's 100,000 sub creator. Not only one got jilted in the fucking pants because I was critical of the video. A lonely 1900 sub, YouTuber, critical of 100,000 sub YouTuber. Got so that and let me put this out there too. So Rima covers drama. Rima covers controversies. Rima does quote unquote deep dive journalistic investigative videos. That's what Rima is known for. Right. So Rima goes out there and does videos talking about issues and situations that happen, and is also critical of people and has their own views and takes, and they put that out there. That's Rima. Okay. Whenever you do shit like that, expect to have it done back to you. Like with me. Oh, yeah. I do the stuff, I know it's got to come back to me.
Look,
you got to expect it. If you cannot take criticism, if you cannot take fucking criticism from a 1900 sub channel, and then you got to go bitch to someone that knows that 1900 sub channel that has like 10,000 subs, like Akko, and you got bitch to them in DMs. Hey, this person's harassing me. What does that say about you?
Yeah, no. These are weak-willed individuals that have very thin skin and would rather play the victim than actually,
Yeah. No, I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but oh well, I talked about it. It's my right to talk about it. Like I said, you bring me up and try to tie me a shit, I have every right to fucking fire back, and I will. And like I said, I have no friends, I have no allegiances to this, so don't think that you're gonna try to pit me up against people, because I'm more than happy to ignore them and more than happy to stick to my own lane and continue on. And I will still continue pulling double barrels on them.
Oh, fuck yes. I mean, we're critical with each other. We kind of have our at odds every now and then, but
Oh, I love when we fight with each other. Bro.
I know, right?
It's entertaining.
It is.
because it's not like one sided. Because there's times I will get you on something and I'll get you flustered and I'll get you agitated, and there's the times you'll do it to me.
Of course, but when it comes down to it, I love it when I get that agitation. Look, I'm a person who likes to argue, and it's been a kind of bred into me since me being a wee little asshole. So if you can throw down and hold your own, you've got respect. If you can't manage, you muster it and hold it, then what the fuck are you doing here? That
Yeah.
kind of thing, and that's basically what I kind of branded this particular thing. Give no fucks for a reason. GNF, Gator, and Frog, because
Yep.
we gave no fucking shits going forward.
Yeah, and I still give no fucking shits. And I'll tell you right now, if it comes down to it and some sort of narrative tries to be pushed that, oh, we're gonna try to, blacklist these individuals or try to pit these individuals with each other, I'll tell you right now what I'll do. I will drop everyone and I'll continue going. I have no qualms in doing that.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be fun and exciting.
And I will burn those bridges too. And I will burn those bridges to the point where it goes, oh, I'm sorry. Did I take your leverage from you? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here, let me load up the other barrels and come broadside.
He's done that multiple different times. I've watched it. It was awesome.
Yeah, so that's not a move or maneuver you gotta do with me. You gotta remember, like Rogue, I'm old Gamergate. I've been through various amounts of bullshit before in the past.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is nothing.
Oh no. See. Unfortunately for those who were pro and against, anti and pro gamer, I was kind of neutral. If you had a good opinion, I agreed with it. Then guess what? It was a good opinion. If it was a bad take, bad opinion, I went against it and I went, hey, what the fuck is this? This makes no fucking sense. Please explain. You're being retarded. Stop being retarded. And here we are. We went from Gamergate to Bloodsport, from Bloodsport to commentards, from commentards to here.
Yeah.
VTuber and friends.
And unfortunately, this is nothing.
Oh, we got a dragon.
This is nothing.
It's
Hey,
a dragon.
dragon!
How you doing? Did you get my box? He's trying to
Dragon's
figure
dead.
his shit out.
Oh, wait a sec. I guarantee I know what happened. He didn't allow for microphone access when he jumped in. He'll have to hop out completely.
Oh yeah, okay. You have to
Because that's
allow
what
the
happened.
microphone.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, because you gotta allow all access unless
Yeah.
you check the default box to do it every time.
You hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you
Hey!
No, it wasn't what you said, Sparky. Apparently this thing defaulted straight to my voice modulator.
now. Nice. So you had that rigged up, and it said, "Hey, I found this. Let's use this."
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not using that right now, but okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Dragon? Anything good and exciting?
New roommate.
A new roommate? How long do you think they'll last before they get the fuck out?
Mm.
A year? 3 years? 2 minutes.
No. They've already lasted a week.
Oh, well, okay. So it might be a keeper. Who knows? We'll have to wait to find out. That's exciting news. Dragon's got new friends. Jeez.
Mhm.
Did they bring with animals, or they just have to deal with your animals?
They did not come with animals,
So they have to deal with your animals. Oh,
and they've already apparently befriended all of them.
Jesus.
Male, female,
Check.
female.
Female.
She's already friended all my animals.
Well,
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now,
Did you-
is this just is this strictly just going to be platonic, or
Oh, geez, already jumping right into that one.
oh,
You
I
know-
know, I already know how this goes.
Oh, how's this go?
He married
Well,
it.
it's you. It's you,
Fuck's that?
Dragon.
He
What the
put a
fuck?
wing on it.
No. You know what? Explain what the fuck you mean, Sparky.
I don't know. You explained in vivid detail of your last roommate.
My mother?
Well,
no,
not
no,
that
there's
one.
the girlfriend.
That was fucking ages ago.
I know, but still, it's memorable because you bring it up at the weirdest time frame.
Look, Kotsky, no, not the fingers, not the fingers, not the fucking fingers.
Jesus.
The new kitten.
Already kind of avoiding fingers. I see.
No. Has chosen to eat my fingers whenever I'm at the computer desk.
I mean, well, your fingers could be tasty. Ever think of that?
I'm starting to.
See, I would think that. I mean, tasty fingers all the way through. So
God, I'm trying to
since
eat.
since Dragon is slowly being eaten by a small cat,
Yeah.
have you been paying attention to the Nintendo Deuce?
Vaguely.
So, not only can Nintendo brick your device for whatever reason that they come up with.
Oh. I also heard. I did hear. That they have sales for third-party games have dropped drastically.
Yes, that's what's up on the screen. Yes.
I've heard that. I've heard about the brick, and I've gotten good details on that.
Okay.
So the brick is a little more than just bricking the piss out of it.
Uh-huh.
So if you put, say, your primary account on there,
Yes.
right? With the method and way they brick the bitch,
Uh-huh.
you can't even unlink your Nintendo account from
No,
that
you
Switch
have to
2.
go into the app, your actual online app that you have on the phone in order to unlink it, in order to link it to another device.
No, not even then.
That's what it's been
Oh.
done. One actual
So
streamer
they actually did?
yeah. The streamer in question, he was using his Mystic to legally because he has these games that he's backlogged onto it.
Of course.
And he used it for his Nintendo Switch 2, which
Koski,
locked him out of his account, and he was able to
I
have
still
to
can't
put-
believe these idiots decided to use that thing, and we're like, after Nintendo was like, we'll ban you for this. And we're still gonna do it. Okay.
Well, originally the mixtape was actually working, and they had
Very petty.
people bitch a fit and fitch to bitch, and
Yeah.
Nintendo said, "Yeah, no mas on that," and now it's no longer working. Anybody who uses it automatically gets a brick.
Yeah. And that brick is fucking hefty.
Oh yeah,
Can you
oh
imagine,
yeah.
can you imagine selling that the Switch 2 without anyone knowing that you bricked it?
Waiting for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for
Because
that.
you can't even factory reset it.
No, I know.
That was the part I found fucking fascinating. You need the internet to factory reset a Switch 2.
Yeah, which is kind of comes back down to this beautiful thing here. So, all of the third-party games, which are pretty much the card games, the ones
Yeah.
that say that there's supposed to be an actual physical game on the card, but really it's just a little CD key that's embedded into the actual thing.
Mhm.
They're not doing so well. No one's purchasing them. So again, they're purchasing only the ones that have an actual physical copy. So yes, even though some of them, even though the sales are better than what it used to be on the original Switch for third-party games, it's still far below what they actually thought they would be earning. So it's impressive. It is impressive. So yeah, it looks like down the road, Switch 2 third-party games may not be lasting very long if it's just a CD key.
Yeah.
But comes back down to another conversation that I know Sparky and I once had,
Mm-hmm.
and that's with a certain individual who had this whole campaign saying, "Hey, stop killing games." Yeah, they're trying to bring that back
I'll
with
be
a
right back. I need to
okay,
escort this kitten out of my room.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, they're trying to bring back stop killing games. Hey, Sparkles, are we excited about this? I've got no one, just me. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh well. Oh well. I can excite myself. So yeah, so they're trying to bring back stop killing games again. And it's not working too well.
All right.
Oh, you're back. Hello.
Yeah, I'm back. I had to
So
hand the kitten over.
no, that's good.
He
So
decided that my food was worth the threat.
well, there you go. But yeah, no. So yeah, the concept of stop killing games is coming back on the table for some reason.
Let it come back on the table. I'm not worried about it. People are being
Uh it's a dumb idea because all it's supposed to be focusing on is MMO and online only based games. Has
yep,
nothing to do with all the other stuff.
right. Well, the other thing too is fucking congrats. You are trying to wage a campaign on digital content.
Yes,
Um, I applaud you for your attempts at futility
it is.
because
Uh
because of the shallow few. It will forever be a thing.
huh. Yes, sir, Bob. But no, there are some people coming out of the woodwork saying it's a good idea, it's a grand idea, it's an idea with a lot of gumption, and I kind of look at it going, it's only focusing on one area, digital related releases, and anything that has you with an internet access only type game.
Yeah.
And then they try to bring up like what was it Star Wars was it Galaxy, whatever it was.
The
As
old MMO
yeah,
or
the MMO.
Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO
No,
or
no, 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 no.
the, the original, the other one, the one that
The
fucking
first one.
allowed you to do so much shit that it took fucking when they released uh the fucking Jedi, it took years for anyone to figure out how to actually unlock a Jedi.
That would be one, but I know the old with the other online games is another one that they kind
Yeah.
of fall back onto. But I'm talking about the actual original one, the Galaxy,
Yeah,
whatever it was.
that was one that like when they added Jedi,
Yeah.
everyone had hidden statistics as to how to do it.
Yes.
I love that. We're not going to tell you how to do it, but there's a method to the madness.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to figure it out. Don't worry. You could figure it out. But no. But yeah. So basically, like I said, they're all focusing on the concept of MMO based games as well as certain online based games only, and they're saying that's hurting the market, the gaming market at large, and they're trying to also obfuscate it or to add on tack on the idea that it's a part of the gaming preservation aspect of it. Um,
Oh god damn it!
Realistically, if the gaming company has noticed that the game itself is dead, then even there's like 5 people that's still playing this game, it's dead.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, yeah, and eventually these dead games, well, you have to. Allow them to go away. If you didn't want that to happen, then stop purchasing MMOs.
Mm-hmm.
Stop purchasing online only based games. But unfortunately, a lot of our gamers,
Our
they'd
brain dead.
rather, yeah, I know, right? They'd rather purchase this and then complain about it after the fact. It's like, guys, you fucked up. Just,
Accept it.
yeah. You brought us to this evolution of everything's always online and everything has multiple different microtransactions and cosmetic skins and portions of the game that you have to purchase over time. The game starts off broken. You have to wait for the day one patch in order for it to be playable, or at least
I still love that fact. Oh, hey, we got our hands on a Switch 2, but we learned that you require a day one patch to play the
patch in
fucking
order
game.
to play it. Yeah.
Fucking
Oh
love
fuck
that.
me. That was hilarious when I heard that one. It's like
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I was like, you know what? How to protect yourself from getting your console stolen a day early.
Mm. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. Apparently one of the GameStop's shipments went missing. There was like an entire truck of Switch 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and some dum-dums don't realize that it's not that hard to fucking I don't know, brick shit.
Yeah, especially with the Nintendo and their capability now. They have tracking things that so if
Serial
they're
numbers,
yeah.
don't absolutely tell you where someone logged in with a stolen fucking Switch 2 and
No. What happens is that Nintendo will just brick all of those devices and you won't be able to gain access to whatever. This is the world. So you can't steal shit no more. You can't quote unquote pirate stuff, even though you can't, but regardless of the
yeah,
factor.
no, but I mean,
But you no longer can modify your system anymore, especially on the Nintendo side of things.
yeah, now that consequences anyways.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where we're at. And for the better, for the worse, this is all because of gamers. Again, not because. See, this is the other thing. I love the argument that they try to put this all down on the game developers and the gaming companies and those are the people that have made gaming difficult and expensive and all that kind of stuff. No, they didn't. They didn't. They put out a tester to see whether it was going to fly or not. If we the gamer didn't purchase that tester,
It would not have.
flown. It would have never have gotten further than what it is. I mean, what was the first big gripe? Nintendo's pushing up their games to $80 a
Yeah.
unit. Yet Nintendo Switch is one of the highest selling consoles on the market. Almost like 3 million, 3.5 or whatever. Say 4 million. And people
Mhm.
are purchasing the $80 games. So, thank you, gamers. Thank you, Nintendo drones. We now have $80 games as a base.
Yep.
For Canada, for those who are in Canada, it's $100 right there. So, yay! I now know how an Aussie feels. But for them, it's almost like 200. So, regardless. But yeah, it's insane. And again, these are the people, these are the company, these are the outspoken few that say that hey, it's all the gaming people that are not the gamers but the other people that make and develop and produce. They're at fault for all this shit. Well, I don't know. Can't help but see that maybe just maybe if it wasn't for our stupidity, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in. But we is, and I've been on this for a while. Before GNF, I've been on this for a while. kind of go.
But
Yeah, we're going too far down the wrong way, and I wish we.
you and I have been on the same page on that shit.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's still funny how the two of us have not met sooner.
Yeah, I know, but it is. I mean, we never really had the same kind of social
Un-
streams.
Until fucking we met the same little 180 tabs open person.
Yes, 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 yes. If it wasn't for her, then we'd still be kind of parts, different areas, existing,
Yep.
doing other things. Yes,
You probably would have come across me at some point later on, but
eventually, but again, it wouldn't be the same kind of relationship that we have
yeah,
current. So,
yeah.
I
You just saw some crazy fucker on the internet going, huh?
yeah, okay, it's another person. Do I really want to socialize with these types?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not in my my social circles, the chances of me actually going out of my way to actually participate with you, it's very rare, very rare. I like to stick in my own little corner, just be who I am for the most part. It's kind of like a simple religion I have. Just leave me the fuck alone. Simple religion, simple rules. It's 2-part rule.
Simple needs.
No, just leave me the fuck alone. And if you don't understand, look at rule 1. Leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, it's almost like Fight Club. 2 rules. We don't talk about Fight Club. Rule 2 is referred to rule 1. We don't
And
talk about Fight.
when in doubt, ask about the folder.
Yeah, jeez. But no, honestly, it's been a weird situation. Honestly, when it comes down to it, it's a lot of political shit and shenanigans that has happened. I not really fully interested in a lot of political shit. I mean, it's there unless it's something to truly laugh at. I'm like, it's another day that ends with Y.
Mhm.
But no, I'm good when it comes down to it. But I have been playing Dune. I don't know if you've
I've
come
seen
across Dune Awakening.
it played by a few people, but it's not been on my
Well, if you're not a
fan of Dune.
yeah practitioner, a fan of Frank Herbert's work, yeah, I can see it not being on your purview.
Yeah.
But I per se kind of didn't have to have Denis Villeneuve to push me over the edge of wanting to play this game. I've actually talked to a couple of people online in this MMO based
Mm.
PVE strong minor PvP based game, who kind of watched the movie Dune, which is the recent one
Mm.
with Chalamet, and said that yeah, I didn't read the books, but after watching the movie, I was kind of curious and kind of brought me to this game. I'm like, okay, all right. I've been around since the beginning of the first 6, and after Brian took over, yeah, I've been there since day one. The first movie that came out, I thought was terrible. Some people liked it. I hated it. Uh, I think they done Sting dirty, but this.
Goddamn.
Come on, you gotta be you gotta remember that stupid movie back in the day done with what's his fucking face, but yeah, Sting and Dune, the little what was it, the little blue thing that he had, that was fucking weird. That was fucking weird.
That's always weird.
Fuck me. Yes, let me
I'd
see if
rather
I.
not. I can send my sibling though.
Oh yeah, no, I know you want to. I know you
Well,
want.
I don't talk to him anymore, so
Oh, well, that's I would say that's disappointing, but it was kind of inevitable, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, nah. More aggravating that he just kind of.
Mm. You remember this little outfit? That was Sting.
God damn it!
That was Sting. Yes.
Really?
Yep. They put him in that. In the
I don't know.
final.
I don't know if I feel bad or
He ends up dying in it.
I don't know how I feel about that information.
Yep. Yep. That is a thing. Yes.
That is one of those things where you tell me about it, and I sit there and go, I don't know if I feel.
Yeah. No. That was his bathing scene. I remember him. I remember now. That was used for him to bathe with. Steam
Jesus.
bath. But yeah. No. His suit collection that they gifted him was very questionable. Very fucking questionable. But yeah, the little blue jumpsuit. Here it is there. So yeah, that was
Huh.
that was Sting. Yeah.
That
The
was
rock and roller.
that was an interesting fashion choice.
Yeah, that was selected by, I guess the director and the prop people, but yeah, yay. That's why I said it was a terrible movie. Hell, even the director pretty much said it was a terrible movie. Be real.
Wow.
To a point where he wanted his name off of it. And out of all of due respect, I will not use his name while talking about the 1984 version of Dune. Besides, I don't like that particular director. Anyway, so regardless of the factor, the further away I am from his
Shenanigans.
title name, the easier it is for me to exist. Yes. But yeah, and the funnier thing is he was also the writer and the director for that particular one. So he was kind of given a degree of free reign, but he took too fucking long, so the studio took everything away from him. And then they did all the quick editing to get it down to about 90 minutes so they could release the movie.
Jesus.
And
Hey guys,
yeah.
I'm gonna get going.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye now. He's probably going off to hang out in space.
No, not tonight. I'm gonna probably try to lay down and get my back.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no. The director and writer in question is David Lynch. But he also cameoed in his own movie.
Fair enough.
And yeah, like I said, it didn't end very well for him to a point where he wanted to be stricken from the actual title card. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. But honestly, for the time period that he was in, or we were in at that time frame for movies like that, yeah, 90 minutes was pretty much the automatic. That's as far as you can go. And unfortunately for Dune itself, it's more than 90 minutes. There's so much to cover, to digest, to try to figure out. It's just, yeah. Denis Villeneuve has been able to at least hold true to the original Frank Herbert books. But yes, if you're not into that particular franchise or anything that's within the I guess more. It is sci-fi, but it really isn't because it is based off of actual sand dunes. Yeah, Herbert was doing research on sand dunes in California. Ergo, that's how we got the book.
God damn.
Yep. Yeah, California sand dunes. And now we've got, giant space worms on a desert planet called Arrakis.
God damn.
I know. It's exciting. It's exciting. And then the third movie will be coming out soon. Soon.
A third movie?
Yeah, so basically there's 6 solid books. That's the Frank Herbert collection, and then there's Brian, his collection, which is I think it's another 6 or more books.
Damn.
But you have book 2. We've already for book 1, we had 2 movies. For book 2, we should have 1 movie because it's a pretty easy book to simply make into a solid movie. You don't need a two-parter. Should be able to make it in one solid movie kind of thing. But
Goddamn.
I have to wait to find out. But yeah, it is it's kind of the rise and fall of Paul. He starts as a homely little prince landing on a desert planet, becomes a god king to a degree for that desert planet. He's the emperor of the universe, and then he ends up dying, technically.
Damn.
Yes. And then his son takes over and becomes a giant sandworm. Yep.
Not saying I'm
A lot
good
to
on
take
not
in.
watching this.
Yeah.
Not missing much. I'm not watching this.
Yeah, no, you're not missing much. Hey, it's better than having a monkey boy, beat up on a green plant dude to be killed off by a giant walking cadaver.
Fair. Fair. What was it? I think the best example of any simplification of anything I ever heard was someone compared Star Wars to Harry Potter.
Well, the two of them are pretty similar.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm just when the way it was explained. I saw the explanation. It made me just kind of go, "Huh." You know,
Yeah.
fucking both movies start with an orphan,
Yep.
who's left with his uncle and aunt, and he wants more in life.
Mm-hmm. Get introduced to a very oldly scholarly wizard.
Yep.
Gets taken away to a fantastical, universe and reality, and
Yep.
is told that he is too a space wizard.
Yep. The only difference is the big bad's not his daddy.
No, but technically, kinda, because
He
that
was
big bad is put pretty much that big bad.
put a
It
piece
has
of
that
soul inside.
survival. Yeah, so Harry and the big bad have to kind of exist for the
One
big
of them,
bad to
yeah.
remain alive. Because if he killed off Harry, he'd be dead, and because technically Harry was kind of part of the Horcrux lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting little thing.
It is. So it's like, oh my fucking god! It's like, wow. But yeah, no, Harry Potter and Star Wars, pretty similar to each other. They have the same kind of foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Same foundation. To a point where the hot little redhead who's not his sister, yay.
God, I still can't believe that was a thing.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of different things, but yeah, no, unfortunately, that is the reality. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah. Man, I've been watching the VTubers scene just thermal detonate from at the safe distance at this point.
Oh yeah, no, Sparky, he's kind of been inundated. We already kind of covered that a little bit while you were just trying to walk yourself back in here. But yeah,
look, I was making. Roommate and I were making dinner.
No, I get that. But no, we covered that a bit. Apparently, somebody was going after him because his lonely 1900 sub channel was able to make feelings hurt for a person who was in 100,000 sub channel, and said that Sparky and some other VTuber are one and the same, and they're really not. I can tell very quickly.
Oh my god,
So yes.
that is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Oh yeah, no. That is basically where we're at this point, and that is. Oh, it gets better. Gets better. So the person who got their fifis hurt decided to go to one of the other VTubers that we have to deal with on the GNF side of things. Myself and Sparky.
Who do you deal with?
I deal with the people within Lucky. I deal with Mama Akko.
Oh.
I provide her a server so they can play Mind of Craft, the craft of minds.
So someone went to Mama Akko on
Somebody
Sparky?
that person who got their fifis hurt went to Mama Akko saying that Sparky was being done mean to them, and have him stop being done mean to him.
God damn it! It's not gonna stop Sparky at all.
So
That never stops his ass, and the two of us have really wished it would sometimes.
no, honestly, the weird thing is I kind of egg it on, and I also want it to stop at the same time.
Look,
It's just one of those
I'm gonna
weird
point
things.
out, as long as it doesn't turn into another fucking
Weird.
scat scenario, I'm
Yeah,
fucking good.
no, I got that.
The minute it goes that path again,
Oh yeah,
I'm,
no. Yeah, no. I've already
I'm
kind
gonna drive to Sparky's ass and beat him with a hammer.
I think we've
I-
already covered that. He knows how far this could possibly go, and he's like, yeah, no, it's not gonna go that far. But
Yeah, look, it's just one of those things where I like being on my part of the internet, where if someone catches my attention, I know the right searches to
oh yeah,
dig up some people's shit they don't want you to know about.
well yeah, no, that's basically where it kind of could be going into on the
Are you
other
te-
party's end,
Please.
not Sparky's end, but the other party's end.
God damn it.
Because this is what I don't think many truly understand.
You and I have been on the internet long enough that
Yeah.
you all you gotta do is look in the right direction. And if you really want, if you suspect it's in my wheelhouse, all you gotta do is, hey, can you do me a favor? And I'm just like, so I gotta.
Yeah, I know.
I'll usually ask you, is it worth what like
What level of yeah, no. I'm
how
just
deep do you want this to go?
I just want it to be nuked, glass it all. That's the part where I'm kind of going with VTubers at large. Glass it all. Cuz I treat VTubers the same way I do with the commentards. Cuz they're
furries?
exactly the same in my book. Like it or not, they're exactly the same.
They're also the same category as furries most of the time too.
I can deal with furries.
Yeah, but furry VTubers.
I want those things destroyed. I could deal with furries. The moment they decided to virtualize them, no. Just no.
What's wrong?
Stop it.
No,
Just stop it.
no, I'll make more. Don't worry, bro. I'll make more of them.
Yes, and I'll have to find a way to destroy each and every one of them.
Then you're just gonna. Then I'm just gonna have to hear about it later.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, but no. Like I said, they're starting to be stupid, and I'm like going, God damn it!
Look, they've been dumb from day one.
I gathered that, but by
All right.
God,
Look, it's not hard for them to get dumb. You saw what happened when one of them actually caught my eye, and I started digging shit up.
yeah, that's true.
Dumb is an understatement at this point.
Mm. Oh, want to know what's really dumb? Doing a sleeping stream.
Look, I won't comment on that too much because that is just. I'm not even sure what to say to that.
It's dumb.
Oh no, it's dumb. I don't think I have the words to describe my feelings about that. I've come across those streams, and I'm just like, Why?
It's somebody who hates their life so much that they want to get rid of their sleeping habit. It
Yeah,
has to be.
it's gotta be.
I know it's supposed to be a gimmick, a joke, or whatever, but
Okay. Look, it's a when it was a gimmick or a joke, it was adorable. When I fucking hop online and find I don't even know how many people I usually watch on Twitch, but when I find a good chunk of them online doing sleep streams, I'm just
yeah,
like, I don't know what to say anymore. You devolved to stupid, and I can't help you.
yeah, no. I kind of agree. Kind of agree.
Like if I ever come online and I find Sparky doing a sleep stream, and it's not because he's fucking drunk, I'm hanging him out to dry.
Please do. Please do. Oh, I'm
'Cause
saying, please.
unless
Do.
he's drunk, I'm not excusing it.
No, he needs to be drunk and face down on a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, he needs to be dragged down the coals for sleeping if he's not alcohol up properly.
Well, so far he hasn't done an alcoholic-related stream, so kudos. Even though it's his birthday, and
Oh, it is his birthday today?
it's birthday, yes. He hurt his backhoe by sitting in a chair.
So he pulled a me.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's been a while since I've leaned back in that chair and broke it, but
he hurt his back by doing that. Just by sitting in a chair. It's awesome.
fair enough.
He is officially old. I have never gotten that level of old yet.
I haven't either. I usually
So-
break the chair before I break me.
No, but I get that. I haven't broken the chair yet. That's the other thing. I haven't had a chair long enough in order to
Break it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you haven't had a chair as long as I have.
I'm not right. Look, when I know the chair is kind of questionable, I kind of go, maybe it's time to get a new chair.
Yeah.
And then I break down, get a new chair, get rid of the old chair, and then boom. But I've never had a point in anything where I've actually had to wait for a chair to break before I get a new chair.
Look, I'm probably the only person you've ever met and known that
Yes.
his chair is held together by duct tape and dreams.
Yeah, you are the only one I've known so far. I haven't met anybody else that has done that.
And not but once, but twice.
Unfortunately, that is true. Unfortunately, that
The
is
time we've
true.
known each other, I've not done it once, but twice.
No, you've done it a couple of times. So I'm like, okay. Maybe it's time that you kind of consider getting chairs earlier before you decide to fall over them, through them, around them. Get
What if-
impaled by one accidentally.
But what if that's my sexuality?
Still.
I could hear that. I heard your brain just.
Still.
I heard your brain there a minute ago. You didn't just say that.
Okay. I'll get used to it. Don't worry. I will get used to it. I will
like-
ignore it like I ignore all the other things that exist on the internet. And then
it's like the
people who
other
find
thing.
it kind of go, oh my God, this is a thing. Yeah, where have you been? This has always been a thing.
People come across me and they're like, "The fuck's wrong with him?" And it's like I told my boss today. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "There's a lot wrong with you." Like the list is easier to go off. What's not wrong with me?
Yeah, that's true.
God knows that list is small.
Yeah. It is that. But yeah, no. Key card disaster for Nintendo not looking good. The commentary kind of became VTubers, and VTuber drama is just basically commentary drama,
Yeah.
which is basically Bloodsport drama, which is basically Gamergate drama all over again.
Which occasionally is fun and entertaining for me.
I will agree occasionally, but unfortunately, it's
But
the
how
same
often
shit.
we are dragged in
Yeah.
Can I get a goddamn
We should
I
have
get
a
a,
room somewhere.
yeah, can I get a rain check or like, a VIP status to a room?
Yeah, pretty much. Be great. But no, it becomes kind of the same humdrum after a while. So I remember this conversation. It's kind of a rinse and repeat. We've got
Mhm.
to go in a different direction, fellas.
Can I
I
can we have a word out back for a minute? No, no, no. No, look. It's not no yeller situation. I swear. Just let's have a word out back. I
Uh-huh.
promise. It's not no yeller.
Yeah, yeah. We all know it is.
It's an old yeller.
We all know it is.
We all know
Know
I'm
it
about to old yell
is.
at somebody.
Oh god. See, like Sparky kind of pointed out, he doesn't really follow a lot of people. He's able to burn bridges as quickly as he wants to.
Yeah.
And it's true, he has done it multiple different times.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the other hand, have only one person who I've followed along throughout my illustrious career on the internet. And there's only one person in general that you can say I've stalked throughout his entire career, and that is Jim Manicure himself, Jim 81 Jim. I have followed him through most of his illustrious career, if not all of it, and kind of agreed with him on certain points, and I've disagreed with him on other points. And as
I mean, it's a goes. You and I disagree on things, and
no, that is fair. That is basically what I want. We can't always have the same kind of opinions. I mean
God
that if
damn
you
it, how
do,
dare
then
you
it's
disagree
got a
though?
problem.
How dare you disagree with me though?
I know, right? Jesus Christ.
We must always be friends and always agree to everything.
Everything.
You know,
Yes.
but we can always agree on one thing. There's one thing we both can agree on, and that is that our lovely little companion will never get his black card back.
No, there you go. Yeah, Wesley will not get his black card for as long as he is. Now, I haven't heard from Wesley in a bit. I know he's still alive and well. I think he was trying to move the last time.
Mm.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out when he decides to rear his
Awaken
ugly head from work and a few other different things. I still
and
get
not
my coffers from him.
Mm.
So
and let's not forget the occasional not not sleeping with the translator.
yeah, yeah. The girl who claims that she's a guy and they get a hotel room and he hands her over, a Nintendo Swatch just for
I
just for
keep
being
for
a friend.
God, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
really fucking forget about that, and it's
yeah.
fucking sad.
I got her a Nintendo Switch. Were you fucking her? Nope. Okay.
All right, you handed over a nice console for no sex,
You're
of
handing
course.
over close to a $500 console to a woman that you ain't doing. All right, cool. And you're just friends.
Hmm.
Mighty good friends.
Yeah, look, I believe that as much as I believe cancer is not deadly.
Mm, it's true. Oh, and that iDubbbz is happily married to his wife.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that with a 50-foot fucking pole with the other man's dick.
Look,
All right.
no, I was putting it to the same, kind of situation as
No,
Wesley, not,
no,
and that this other person are just friends. Yeah, like,
no, no, no. That
iDubbbz
is
is
a whole
really happy with his
nother.
wife.
No, that is completely a different topic because
Uh,
you see, at least Wesley can deny it and we can joke about it. I just
fair
can't
enough.
deny that, and we all find it funny. He denies it, and we're like, God, you look like a sad, sad little man.
Well, he is a sad, sad little man.
He was a
And,
funny, sad little man
yeah, well, I mean, I know
once
the
upon a time.
casino I know the Kino Casino, the casino guys, Andy and PPP. They are still kind of going over the greater hits of the
iDubbbz.
lolcow groups, iDubbbz, Nick Ricator, and a few others.
I actually followed and unfollowed Nick Ricada.
I never really followed him, and I don't know why anybody did.
Well, I subscribed to him during the whole Vic Mignogna thing.
Oh, I remember those days. I
Yeah.
was the same day I said this could have been an easy win. All they had to do was put religion in front, and they could have walked away with money.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, we both know how that played out and why it
oh,
played
I
out.
know how it played out. Somebody actually listened to a certain Nicholas Mercator, and yeah, it shot the bed to a
Hmm.
point where a certain if good old Vic had to pay somebody else money.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, it's
I didn't trust
unfortunate.
anything when it came down to Nick. I'm like, oh, okay. Then there's Johnny Depp thing. I didn't watch that either, but
I, I
I
actually
heard
paid
of.
attention to that from someone else, not him,
Yeah.
because
Well,
that
he had like a
uh,
rogues gallery of different lawyers.
well, he got popular because of the whole.
Well, like it or not, Johnny Depp to kind of put him over the edge.
Yeah,
I mean, Vic
Vic
was one
Mignogna.
thing, but
Vic put him
it,
on the board.
yeah,
Johnny Depp put him over the board.
yeah, he was pretty much a thought of name the moment that he had to deal with the Johnny Depp trials, and then anybody who also was attached to the group that the law tuber group that they had, everybody got pushed to the moon to a degree, so they became recognizable.
Yeah.
I only paid attention to Viva Frey because of the shit that happened here in Canada, and he just happened to be a lawyer who was covering the honking in
God
in
damn.
Toronto, the honking.
God damn it. I don't even know what to say to that right there.
Well, I mean, it was a protest. It was truckers, and people parked themselves in front of the Parliament office. It was all.
That was an event that was just sad and funny.
It was, and people covered it, and I watched it, thought it was hilarious, and kind of agreed with it and disagreed with it at the same time, kind of going, I don't know. I didn't think that you could actually kind of sit your truck there for that area of our country, especially being close to our federal government area. I kind of go, you think there'd be some rules on that, but apparently there isn't. So I was like, okay. But you have people who are around that area that live there for some reason. Kind
Dumb.
of difficult, especially if you're not honking your horn, you're playing loud music or whatever. That's going to annoy somebody.
Oh yeah, no. Just somebody. Not everybody.
Yeah, some buddies. Definitely not me because I could care less. But other people that are not me, they would definitely not like that. So I'm like, okay. I still like it because of the fact it's hilarious because people are trying to
Yeah.
be annoying and it doesn't really work out in their favor. It's like, yeah, whatever.
But-
But no, it's just that, and unfortunately went from that to the other, and from the other to something completely different. But yeah, no, Nicholas Requeta, his gimmick for the most part that he was a good Christian lawyer, family orientated, and just wanted to cover law.
When I heard those words out of his mouth, Christian lawyer,
Mm.
I don't know why I feel like that's an oxymoron.
Well, now you know the reason.
Yep. Because he was clearly not.
No. Now, if he just came out and said he was a fucking deviant, I don't think anyone would have cared.
Nope.
But
I would have been like, okay.
but he played the fucking game. The moment the Boldo showed up, we went, what the fuck is this? Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
you just take this hard plastic, you stretch it, and you cram your nuts in it. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm sorry. The fuck did I just hear you say?
Yeah. And then you take this device, and then you open this hard plastic thing open, and you put this over your nuts, and then you drill your girlfriend or whoever using your nuts. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm.
Yes, the Baldo. Have you heard about the Baldo?
I have clearly not. The
Yeah,
fuck?
he yeah, he was big on this thing. He actually was the was a spokesperson for the Baldo.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, yes he was. Yes he was. Let's see here. See if I can find a slightly decent image that isn't a demonstration of how it's being used.
I'm good. I'm really no. I'm really good on this. All right, Rogue. Look, I have watched a lot of random shit. All right.
Uh-huh.
I crossed the line. It's right there. I don't watch that kind of crap.
Yeah, well, it was a thing, and it's a thing that unfortunately, yeah, yeah, he was pimping for a while. Yeah,
God.
me people kind of scratch their head and ask why. Why are you pimping this shit? What is it that makes you want to pimp this shit? And you kind of go, okay. And he was serious. He was being just, yeah, this is the thing that I want you guys to purchase. I've got a discount code and everything. Purchase this device. Purchase that device. Yep, that's the Baldo. The lovely device. But yeah, he pimped it and it went downhill from there. Went downhill from there. Something about ballgasm. I didn't think it was possible, but sure. Sure.
I'm.
But yeah. Anywho's.
This is a guy. This is. I'm being disturbed, and this is. I'm someone who's looked at like fucking someone dissecting their own dick once.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. That was the device. That was a thing. It's still around apparently, but yeah, no. I'm like, yeah, I'm
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna judge you hard. If you said yes, Rogue, I'm not gonna lie. There would have been a hard judge on you.
good.
Like, no, not even gonna fucking be gentle about it. I would have been like,
Yeah.
okay, I see where Rogue likes to play. I'm gonna go over here for a fucking hot minute and update the lists of people to avoid in
To
public.
avoid, yes. Yeah, no. Yeah,
Rogue
no.
goes, hey, Dragon, how's it going? I'm gonna sit there and go, I don't know who the fuck you are. Why are you talking to me again?
But yeah, no. Oh, yeah. That after kind of going through the whole process of figuring shit out, I kind of went, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. There is certain things that I don't want to do, and guarantee that's one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched a video one time describing how to turn your Audi into an innie, and I was just like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I get it. But yeah, no, unfortunately, but yeah, no, the for Nick, he's got to live the factor that, and he's got a hard time living down the factor that this video is still out there that people have watched.
Look, he's made some really bad choices.
Oh yeah,
We all agree to this.
oh yeah.
The one thing we all can definitely agree to is that not only has he made bad choices in life, but he has videos up there that will never go away.
No,
Ever.
that's right.
No matter how much he may want them to.
Mhm.
And this is all because he made very good money on those.
Yeah.
The
That is
poor
very
bastard.
true. Yeah, well, but he brought it upon himself. He could have just played the deviant better, and instead of being the good Christian, wholesome boy. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
He could have been the lawyer of Wall Street.
Yeah, he could have been, but he opted to try to be the others. It didn't
I
turn out
would have
very
I would have played on pure and innocent
well.
while being
And
absolutely shit faced on stream.
yeah, pretty much. And me have and me not have had either a handy or a Hummer or a freak out after a good hit while on stream.
You know, I keep forgetting about that.
Yes.
See,
Well,
the
there is
sad
that.
part is the only
Mm.
person I think I respect them for their shenanigans is that one stream of gems with him and Sargon and him blatantly going, I wasn't paying attention because I was over here fingering my girlfriend.
Yes. 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 But he was up and honest about it. That's what I like about that.
Yeah, he was like blatantly going, look, I'm over here. I haven't been paying attention because I've been busy just my fingers
Finger
are
banging.
knuckle deep. My fingers
Yeah.
are knuckle deep in my my woman here.
Yep. Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen Sargon's face when when he said that originally.
Well, I know that the two of them kind of stopped becoming good friends after that, but hey.
I mean, look, it's not a reason to not be friends with someone.
True, but
It's definitely a
For
reason to
Sargon,
never
it
be
is-
alive with them, though.
yeah, it's true. But with Sargon, you never know how far it's gonna go. But at the end of the day, but yeah, that is where we're at. I mean, honestly, jeez, I think we should end it. We were almost
Yeah.
in the 2 hour mark. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I need to get ready for bed.
Yes, I too have to eventually go to sleep to wake
Yeah.
up to go to work.
I gotta go deal with stupid tomorrow.
Yes, I understand. I know the feeling.
Let me give you an idea. The stupid I gotta deal with tomorrow is this motherfucker asked someone else to come in and cover for his shift for tomorrow, right?
Uh-huh.
Then proceeded to today change his mind and say he'll come in tomorrow because he's got a family reunion next weekend. But
Jesus.
he needs to leave early this weekend too.
Oh, okay.
So he needs to leave by 2. And I'm sitting here going, couldn't you have just fucking said, asked if you could swap for a later weekend or something?
Yeah.
Instead of just, fucking right off now.
People are
Good
dumb.
Lord.
That's all I could say.
Oh,
People are dumb.
no. This fucker is dumb and he's of your melanin.
Hmm.
They can't tell him no because he will throw the race card.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured. Like I said, people are dumb. But nonetheless, as usual, I thank everybody for coming along, either in or out for this event and in the future event that is GNF Televisable. As usual, I give Dragon his last rights. I hit the buttons. We get the fuck out of here. Oh, by the way, Dragon.
Yeah.
As we end out, it will do the end thing, and it might be loud. So do you rights. Get the fuck out.
Well, all right. I will peace the fuck out because I got a game to set up for tomorrow. Later.
Bye. Later, bitches. I'm hitting buttons. Peace.